Talking about Lukwago, who you know was arrested in cameras, taken to wherever he was taken in cameras, produced in court in cameras. You now know where Lukwago is. There were governments before us where would simply say, Lukwago bamutute, he's been taken. And the next thing you expect is his head or his body.
Ladies and gentlemen, all I can say at this moment is this.
Right. Because I'm telling you, you were fool, you took money. You were fool. I've told you. Right. Because I'm telling you, you were fool, you took money. You were fool. You are a fool.
You are a fool.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
There's an element in psychology. I think it is known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. And I think this is an area or a situation where people with limited knowledge or competence in a specific domain really overestimate their own knowledge or expertise. They think in their mind, they think they are here, yet they are really here. This is what I see with this gentleman called Simon Muyanga Lutaaya. But he actually goes beyond that. I think there's an element of intellectual dishonesty. He knows the truth, but because of his desire to pursue wealth and proximity to power, he's going to say the most asinine things any person has ever said. Let's go on and watch here him make an argument of why he's not afraid. Listen.
I am not scared by anything happening, because to me, there's nothing abnormal happening as of now. Ugandans have been praying for transition.
There's nothing abnormal happening right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about a time in Uganda where people are abducted, where people are tortured, where people are disappeared, where people are murdered. But this man, he's looking at those abnormalities and saying, you know what? There's nothing abnormal. That's okay. And do you know why? Because it hasn't yet happened to him. There's nothing abnormal happening? What's wrong with this man? What's wrong with him?
They have never defined what type of transition they want and the nature it should be.
He says Ugandans have never defined the type of transition they want. What do you mean? I only mentioned 3 things. If I could get a government that's not going to abduct, torture, kill, disappear people, I would go with that. And this is the same argument I've always made with people who be like, okay, Mordecai, tell us your political ideology. Are you a leftist? Are you on the right? Are you a conservative? Are you a liberal? I don't care. Can I tell you what I am? I am a Ugandan who is tired of reports of people who are abducted, tortured, disappeared, and killed. Isn't that ideology enough for you? What do you... Jeez.
So whatever we are doing is a transition that Ugandans should be ready for. You cannot say you'll transition from Museveni to Museveni. You'll transition from Museveni to another person. If Museveni's styles have been that way, expect another leadership style from somebody else, because that's what it is. Otherwise, if you wanted to have Museveni and Museveni after Museveni, then there will be no transition. If we are calling for this transition, it must be complete political transition, military transition. And the civilians too must also accept that they must transit from one point to another, from their point of weak understanding and the too much freedom of what we think anybody can do anything and go with it to a different serious life. The transition is not only
serious life. You know, they say better to keep quiet and people think you're stupid than opening your mouth and you remove all the doubt. Kino nnyo okusirikama ne bagamba ayinza okuba nno tategeera talina kyakwogera musiru okusinga okwogera bano ne bakkaanya ne bagamba singa asirikidde ddala.
From 7 transit or for Muhoozi.
What is he saying? Verbose just being, you know, this is word salad. Oh, transition. Muhoozi Museveni, transition. Oh. He's enjoying to hear the sound of his voice probably here. What is he saying?
For the military, it is a transition of the whole country, moving from one state of affairs to another state of affairs. That calls for different leaders, different styles. We must be ready. To me, there has been complaint from the very population that institutions have collapsed, that there is no trust in public.
But I think you said that Ugandans don't know the kind of transition they want. How about a transition that brings us to the restoration of institutions? To a country where institutions function. Isn't that a transition? Isn't that clear enough for you? Is that rocket science? You said Ugandans don't know. Ugandans don't know the kind of transition they need, and then you go on to contradict yourself. Oh, there's been masses.
Public institutions, Muhoozi is just doing right. That, okay, I am with you, I accept that we need to change some things. He's only been fast at the front to start changing things. But deep inside our minds, we agree that we must behave different.
Oh my God. Listening to 7 defenders is really stressful. I'm sorry. I'm putting you in this place where you have to listen to these people. It is sickening. Let's go on and see him drive a point, sort of drive. It's not even driving a point. This is when he was talking about abducting, torturing, and disappearing people.
Here, you know, Muhoozi says I have him in my basement.
Oh, here you know, Muhoozi. Okay. Can I take you to a family of John Bosco Chibalama? Where is he?
And surely you know he's there. He's alive. I represent him to police, and he presents him, and the law takes its course. It's talking about.
It is really, really sad. One, it's one thing that what is being said is utter nonsense, like rubbish, total rubbish. But it is another that's coming from a former opposition person. And every time you remind him of how he belonged to the opposition, his excuse is like, I was abused by the NUP folks. Dude, the ideologies, I don't think your ideologies vanish, disappear, depending on the amount of insults you're receiving from your political opponents. If that's all it takes for you to abandon your principles, your ideologies, and your values, then you never believed in any of them to start with. In the first place, you never. Says, oh, now Besigye, Bobby Wine destroyed the opposition. If it's going to take one politician to come on the scene and make you abandon your principles, ideologies, and values, then you never believe in anything. If you believe in something, it doesn't matter whether the majority actually believe different from you. You have to stand on that particular thing you believe in, and that you're willing to die defending that particular thing. This man is the true definition of what Dr. Kizza Besigye told us a few years ago. What did he say about these pseudo-intellectuals or elites in Uganda? This is what he said.
The worst Ugandans whom I have issue with are the educated, the elites. They are the most useless people we have in this country.
I agree.
Yes, absolutely. I have no apologies. The worst Ugandans whom I have issue with are the educated, the elites. They are the most useless people we have in this country.
Sorry?
Yes, absolutely. I have no apologies. The worst
Exactly. He shouldn't be apologizing for that. I mean, people have gone to... Because what's the purpose of this education? To use it to improve situation of others. But if you're going to use all your education you have to defend a criminal regime, defending the indefensible, normalizing the abnormalities, downplaying them, engage in image laundering of a criminal regime, you are useless, as the term useless itself. It is unbelievable what these people do with that level of education. Now let's go back. I was wondering if I had another video I wanted to show you. Yeah, I think I played this one at the start of the video. This is when Tamale Mirundi was telling him, you know what? You're foolish, you're stupid.
Right. Because I'm telling you, you were fool, you took money. You were fool, you were fool. I've told you. Right. Because I'm telling you, you were fool, you took money.
Yep.
You were fool, you were fool.
You were fool, you were fool. He was really, really mad. I don't know what the debate was, but at least he makes a good point there. He's a fool. That man is genuinely insane. And I'm not joking. All right. You let me know what you think down in the comment section. Please consider liking this video and inviting others to join us. That's how you show support on everything done on this platform. I will immensely, immensely appreciate if you do. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.